Good evening and welcome to the Hettinger Area Chamber of Commerce Annual Awards Ceremony, where we recognize those who make our community the place we love to live. Tonight, we will have local musical performances and we will be awarding 9 individuals across 9 different categories. Those categories include Egg Producer of the Year, Business Person of the Year, Educator of the Year, Medical Services Provider, Partner in Community Pride, Pioneer Business, Volunteer of the Year, Youth Employee of the Year, and Youth Volunteer of the Year. Now, without further ado, meet our hosts, Chamber Awards Chair Cassidy Blade and Director of Chamber, Jasmine Fosham.
Our first category is Egg Producer of the Year. Egg Producer of the Year is someone who represents themselves professionally and successfully in agriculture, is actively involved with the community, and demonstrates leadership in agriculture.
Our first nominee is K&K Egg. These progressive multi-crop farmers always are open to trying new farming techniques to improve soil health and have a mind for environmental impacts. They're always willing to help a friend in need.
Our next nominee is Lynette Simonowski. Lynette does all the day-to-day chores while still making her family a top priority. Her ability to manage a feedlot is obvious by one of the longest-standing feedlots in our area.
Next, we congratulate Brett Henderson, longtime ranch family that takes pride in their land and cattle management and is always willing to help a neighbor. He has a fantastic beard as well.
Our next nominee is John and Kathy Vleem. John and Kathy are great Red Angus cattle producers. They do a stand-up job managing their grasslands and a wonderful job lending a hand when one is needed.
Next, we have Ross and Linda Ingraff. They have worked hard to have a very productive farm and ranch. They have been no-till farmers for many years, have planted many trees, and spent a great deal of time maintaining them.
Our next nominee is Tatum Fitch. Tatum started her own business, Two Red Goat Company. She has expanded her business and has sold goats to buyers in Wyoming and South Dakota as well.
And we'd like to take a moment to congratulate our winner for Egg Producer of the Year this year. These progressive multi-crop farmers are always open to trying new farming techniques to improve soil health and have a mind for environmental impacts. They're always willing to help a friend in need, and they're local watering hole supporters and volunteer firefighters. Congratulations to K&K Egg. Our next category tonight is Business Person of the Year. This is an owner or an employer of a current chamber business member who is a business leader and actively involved in the community.
Our first nominee for Business Person of the Year is David Perrell. He completes his projects efficiently, takes the appropriate measures to ensure his employees' and customers' safety, and is an incredible asset to Hettinger.
Next, we want to congratulate Rochelle Schierick for being a nominee. She has gone above and beyond to adapt to the ever-changing state guidelines. Her creativity has kept the community excited about supporting local, and she is constantly coming up with new ideas to bring forward.
Our next nominee is Pam Birch. Pam always has a smile on her face, guaranteed to brighten your day. Pam's entrepreneurship has been a catalyst for others wanting to make our community a better place to live and work.
Next is Amber Wolf. She serves up fantastic coffee every day with a great big smile and heartfelt concern for any problem. She is always willing to lend a hand and make suggestions.
And congratulations to our winner of Business Person of the Year. She has gone above and beyond to adapt to the ever-changing state guidelines involving COVID-19. Her creativity has kept the community excited about supporting local restaurants, and she is constantly coming up with new ideas to bring forward. She has also taken advantage of grants and programs to improve her business during this tumultuous time. Congratulations, Rochelle Schierick.
And now, a musical performance from the High School Percussion Ensemble. They will be performing the song Red Koi by Jordan Williams. We would like to take a brief moment to thank tonight's sponsors for the award prize packages and for their support to our community. Thanks, everyone.
Our next category is Educator of the Year, an upstanding educator in any sphere of life in the community, from Sunday school teacher or public school staff to piano teacher.
Our first nominee is Ann Wolf. Ann has extreme patience when dealing with every child that comes through the door. She loves to work one-on-one to help every child better understand something. She goes above and beyond in her role.
Casey Toohey is our next nominee. She is very patient and kind, always willing to answer questions and help students, and she's able to connect with kids at all different levels with her learning techniques.
Our next nominee is Roberta Williams. The kids love her. She works so hard for the daycare kids, and she goes above and beyond for each one of the children.
Cindy Arndorfer is our next nominee. She is so well organized, always very encouraging and uplifting, and she went above and beyond, always making sure any items she had to do or had with her were sanitized. She definitely made doing school from home a little bit easier.
Our next nominee is Brooke Schneider. Her ability to celebrate staff and students for their unique personalities and abilities allows all around her to grow into their best selves.
We'd like to congratulate our Educator of the Year. Known to the kiddos as Bobby, Roberta owns Children's Way Daycare. The kids love her. She works so hard and goes above and beyond for each and every one of the kids. She plans theme days and uses them to educate the children about everything from the letters of the alphabet to the cultures of the world. The kids who go to Children's Way are constantly learning from Bobby and are loved as if they are her own. Congratulations again to our Educator of the Year, Roberta Williams.
Our next category is Medical Services Provider of the Year. This category is a medical services provider who is outstanding in their field. It can include a nurse's aide, nurse, staff member, doctor, or anyone in the medical field.
Our first nominee is Brenda Dragoo. She makes you feel like your need is her top priority. She is courteous, friendly, caring, and compassionate, but also professional in performing her job responsibilities.
Our next nominee is Neva Scholar. Always on top of the knowledge of her job, she's always nice and always willing to help.
Our next nominee is Jody Lefebvre. She greets you with a warm smile and friendly personality. She cares about the patients and the patients' families, and she will go out of her way to help make people more comfortable with her caring words and actions.
Our next nominee is Josh Ranum. Josh Ranum goes above and beyond for his patients. He isn't afraid to take on the complicated cases and has consistently stuck his neck out for his patients.
Our next nominee is Manette Obergewich. She has taken the time in the last few years to advance her education to better serve the Hettinger community. She cares deeply for the patients she treats and brings a sense of comfort to the job.
The next nominee is Jody Burns. Jody has spent 20 years working at WRHS, putting patients first. There is a love of a job and a desire to excel at it. Love of helping people who are hurting and need healing. She does her job so well.
And we would like to congratulate the winner of Medical Services Provider of the Year. She works as an EMT with West River Ambulance. She has taken time in the last few years to advance her education to better serve the community. She has consistently stepped up to cover shifts during the pandemic and is one of the reasons the ambulance runs as smoothly as it does. She cares deeply for the patients she treats and brings a sense of comfort to the job. Manette Obergewich is a huge asset to the community. Congratulations again to our Medical Services Provider of the Year, Manette Obergewich. Our next award category is Partner in Community Pride. This business or organization has outstanding community support. For example, they volunteer for community functions, decorate their business fronts, have employees participate in community organizations, and are involved in the community in other ways.
Our first nominee for Partner in Community Pride is Katie Shahan. Katie goes above and beyond for the Hettinger community. She can be found at almost any volunteer opportunity and is constantly boasting all that Hettinger has to offer. She genuinely loves the place she lives.
Our next nominee is Kathleen Brackle. She has always been a fixture of the community, and it's so cool listening to her excitement for our community. She's also always there to give a helping hand.
Our next nominee is Nicole Sott. Nicole worked tirelessly to support DPEC and the community. She has brought forth a rejuvenated sense of urgency in caring for the place we live and is always striving to do better. She clearly cares about her community.
Our next nominee is the Hettinger Country Club. They rose to the occasion, working overtime to provide activities for the community, from trivia nights and masquerades to hosting the Thanksgiving meal for hundreds. Their work this year has not gone unnoticed.
Our next nominee is Brooke Kessel. Brooke is the kindest, sweetest person. She's always willing to offer a hand, whether it's spearheading the Egg Appreciation Week, volunteering for chamber events, or representing the community on a regional and statewide stage.
Our next nominee is Jared Schmaltz. He volunteers at almost every rodeo, Santa Day, fire department, and is a great dad.
Our next nominee is Adams County Extension. Adams County Extension puts on multiple events throughout the year and always strives to involve the youth.
We'd like to congratulate our partner in Community Pride for this year. Kathleen has always been a fixture in the community, running KB Jewelers, one of the longest running businesses on Main Street. Anytime she's ever been visited, it's so cool listening to her excitement for our community. She's also always there to give a helping hand. Congratulations again to Kathleen Brackle.
Our next category is Pioneer Business. This category is an outstanding current business who has been serving the community for 20 years or more.
Our first nominee is CNN Cafe. Offering one of the best home-cooked meals in town, they have adapted to remain resilient during this pandemic.
Our next nominee is Dakota Pack. Dakota Pack has been a great asset to this town. They've provided many jobs for young men and women in the community throughout the years.
The next nominee is the Adams County Record. The Adams County Record is an absolute staple in our community, especially with information dissemination among the county's demographics. And they've undergone substantial changes and challenges, and yet they've remained resilient.
Our next nominee is West River Vet Clinic. West River Vet Clinic has been an integral business in Hettinger for decades, providing a hub of veterinary care for our entire region. Their staff are friendly, their service is top-notch, and their ideas are innovative.
We'd like to take a moment to congratulate our winner, Ed Verhulst and Dakota Pack. He's been operating the Dakota Packing Company for many years. He's provided jobs for many young men and women in the community throughout the years and has been a strong mentor to them. The packing plant is a great asset to our town. Ed offers local butchering services and meat for sale, and he spends late evenings during hunting season greeting customers and helping them unload and process their deer. Ed has been open for a very long time and is a great asset to our community. Congratulations to Dakota Pack and Ed Verhulst.
And now a musical performance by the 7 through 12 Women's Ensemble. This song is titled Famine Song, written by Matthew Cooliton.
Ease my spirit, ease my soul. Please free my hands from this barren soul. Ease my mother, ease my child. Earth and sky be reconciled.
We would like to take a brief moment to thank tonight's sponsors for the award prize packages and for their support to our community. Thanks, everyone.
Our next category is Volunteer of the Year. This award category celebrates an individual who has displayed leadership, concern, and commitment to organizations, community functions, and individuals in need.
Our first nominee for Volunteer of the Year is Cindy Stecker. Cindy went above and beyond from March throughout the summer, supplying students with food for breakfast and lunch. She volunteered a great amount of time and continues to volunteer to help others.
Our next nominee, Lynn Green, has been an absolute critical part of the Hettinger Rodeo. He has been helping for many years, and he is great to work with because of his good attitude. He is hardworking and knows how to get the job done.
Our next nominee is Carrie Howard. Carrie is at every single event in Hettinger and is always willing to help the town. She involves her whole family and knows how to get a job done efficiently.
Our next nominee, Pam Birch, is constantly looking for ways to give back to the community. She's been integral in the efforts to support the Gonder family following their house fire. Her kind soul is a blessing on our community.
Our next nominee is Hannah Nordby. There's not a child in this community that doesn't know her. She's brought more programs for our youth to town than any other one person I can think of. She's organized, reliable, outgoing, and driven.
Congratulations to our Volunteer of the Year, Carrie Howard. She's at every single event in Hettinger and is always willing to help the town. She involves her whole family and knows how to get a job done efficiently. She's been a volunteer for the Beauty of Hettinger for many years and has attended every Helping Hettinger Day. The Howards are moving and will be greatly missed, and we're so grateful for the contributions that Carrie has made as a volunteer in our community. Congratulations again, Carrie Howard.
Our next category is Youth Employee of the Year. This category includes a current high school student or 2020 graduating senior who has displayed professionalism and drive in their work.
Our first nominee is Luke Holscomb. He works until he is so tired he needs to sleep for the whole weekend, and at that moment, he pushes the envelope even more. He uses his free time to balance his friendships, family life, and additional work.
Our next nominee is Elizabeth Erwiller. Even while attending school full-time and taking college credits, she has worked. She speaks to the residents in a warm and kind manner, just like you'd want your own facility members to be treated.
Our next nominee is Grace Wolf. She is always a joy to see and is very kind to her customers. She shows a level of professionalism that is hard to find in student workers and is destined to succeed at any job she sets out to do.
Our next nominee is Mitchell Daly. He has been a great employee willing to do any job. He's careful, conscientious, and has a dry but wonderful sense of humor. He is trustworthy, on time for work, and rarely needs time off.
Our next nominee is Chantel Blade. She is very reliable and is a friendly face for all customers to see. She works hard to keep up with school and work at the same time. She's a great asset to the Runnings family.
Congratulations to our Youth Employee of the Year, Grace Wolf. Grace works at the Peacock Mercantile. She is always a joy to see and is very kind to her customers. She shows a level of professionalism that is hard to find in student workers and is destined to succeed at any job she sets out to do. Congratulations, Grace.
Our next award category is Youth Volunteer of the Year. This category recognizes a current high school student or 2020 graduating senior who has displayed leadership, concern, and commitment to organizations, community functions, and individuals in need.
Our first nominee is Anna Havelka. Anna is always offering a helping hand where needed. In addition, her leadership skills are beyond her years, and her contribution to the organization she is a part of are meaningful and appreciated.
Congratulations to our next nominee, Katrina Paas. She puts her all into everything she does, and she is involved in almost everything you can imagine. She makes our community proud of our youth.
Our next nominee is Elizabeth Erwiller. Elizabeth is always on the go. She's involved in many extracurricular activities and still takes the time to volunteer for her community. Her enthusiasm makes volunteer events more fun.
Congratulations to our winner of Youth Volunteer of the Year award. Congratulations to the winner of the Youth Volunteer of the Year award. Elizabeth Erwiller is a student who is always on the go. She's involved in many extracurricular activities and still takes time to volunteer for her community. She is often seen at events like Helping Hettinger Day and isn't afraid to get her hands dirty. Her enthusiasm makes volunteering at events more fun, and the Hettinger community is lucky to have her. Congrats again, Elizabeth Erwiller.
And now for our next musical performance, the High School Men's Quartet performing El Dorado by Glenda Franklin.
Gilly delight, a gallant night in sunshine and in shadow. A journey long, singing a song in search of El Dorado. But he grew old this night so cold, and o'er his heart a shadow fell as he found no scars of ground that looked like El Dorado. El Dorado, the lost city of gold. El Dorado, its secrets will unfold. El Dorado, where can this city be? El Dorado, her riches wait for me. And as his strength failed him at length, he met a pilgrim shadow. Shadow, said he, where can it be, this land of El Dorado? Over the mountains of the moon, down the valley of the shadow. Right boldly ride, the shade replied, if you seek for El Dorado. El Dorado, the lost city of gold. El Dorado, its secrets will unfold. El Dorado, where can this city be? El Dorado, her riches wait for me. El Dorado.
We would like to take a brief moment to thank tonight's sponsors for the award prize packages and for their support to our community. Thanks, everyone.
No doubt, 2020 was a year unlike any other. But despite all of the challenges, the Chamber of Commerce is committed to celebrating the people and businesses who make our community great. Even if it means getting all dolled up to stand in front of an iPhone on a tripod. I'm not sure anything could be more characteristic of 2020. For those of you who joined us tonight for our first ever, and hopefully our last, virtual award celebration, I hope you had as much fun as we did putting this together. We certainly couldn't have done it without our amazing award package sponsors, our innovative board of directors, the talents of our students at Hettinger Public School, and the hard work of Joel Janikowski, the mastermind behind not only this virtual ceremony, but every other virtual event the Chamber has thrown at him this year. Finally, a huge thank goes out to you for tuning in and helping us celebrate the many reasons we love the place we live. Here's to 2021. May it bring good health, boring news, and the gathering of friends. Thanks again, everyone.
Is it on right now?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear? Is the lapel mic working?
Can-
Good.
Is my,
There we go.
am I good?
Test your mic.
Can you hear?
It said tap on it. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello. And egg producer of the year is da-da-da-da-da.
Will the
Da-
real
da- da-
Slim
da-
Shady
da-
please
da-
stand
da-
up?
Why are we the same person?
Okay.
Oh no. You guys.
Oh no.
Jasmine, you go
Oh
first.
no. Oh no, 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 no.
Our first category is egg producer of the year. Egg producer is. I'm so sorry. Egg producer.
Do I look at the? Do I look
Do
at?
I lo- where do I look?
at? Nation among the county's demographics. Adam.
Why is this one so hard?
I don't know what. I looked at her. Okay, I'm just going to keep
That's
reading.
Please join me in congratulating our Youth Employee of the Year, Liz Erwiller.
I'm sorry, can you start that over? We're on Grace Wolf, my dear. Don't run into the green screen. Okay, do you need a moment? Go get a drink. That snort has to go in the bloopers.
2020. What a year. It began with a bang with our first ever egg.
Wrong one.
Is this the beginning? Yeah, this is
Yeah, scroll down.